review of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. So this week, a combo episode yet again. Last week I missed the recording, so this week we're coming in hot with two amazing episode 7 and episode 8. Um, so as usual, my name is So Schwank and I'm joined by Felipe Macedo. How you doing, Felipe?
Good, good, man. How about you? You good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. I'm excited to talk these about this episode.
Yeah.
Last week was kind of a family and relaxation time for me, so this week I'm full of energy, and I'm so happy that we had those two episodes, and that especially that we review them together, because
True.
I think they are coming in like such as a good link. Like they just how can I? They complement each other. Like these two episodes really complement each other, and I'm eager to talk about it. So let's start with episode 7. So basically, episode 7 start right when basically mom took Pop and Dai across the forest, and we are arriving at the castle. Uh, I find it funny. They arrive during the night, so they are kind of like, no, no, you cannot talk to the king. Go to the hotel. Uh,
Yeah.
and Dai is just very excited because the hotel manager is telling him like, "Hey, we have another hero party in another room," and he's just like, "Oh, I want to talk to the hero." Something we saw a bit earlier. Sorry, a bit earlier in the series,
Mhm.
and of course, who's on the other side of the door? It's our beautiful band of mischief hero,
Yeah.
and it was really nice. I think episode 7 start very light, and as we're gonna see, it's gonna be a little bit darker. So right after that joyful intro, right away we have the monster. Is it the monster army? I think
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
is it that? Yeah, is it? Yeah, the animal, the monster army of Crocodile
Hmm.
are attacking the city. So basically, Crocodile, we saw it in episode 6. He's basically taking advice from Zabua, and Zabua is telling him, "Hey, you know what? I have a trick that might work, and go attack the city with that." So that's what Crocodile is doing, and we have our setup. Crocodile is attacking. Our hero are in town, and like I think it's a wonderful setup. So like it's a good continuation of episode 4 and 5 where Dai fought Crocodile. After
Hmm.
that, we got episode 6 that was all about mom. It was a wonderful episode that we liked, you and me. It was a calmer episode, more
True.
more character driven. And
Hmm.
now we are back in the action. What did you thought? What is your general opinion of episode 7, the start of this specific fight? It's going to be a very important one for later
Yeah.
in the story.
Yeah. I like it. This episode. It shows like it's just because before we had this times the time that everything was calm and peaceful.
Yeah.
Even though they lost Avan, they fought Hadlar, but now things are getting emotion. The gears are emotion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like I mean, there was the first fight with Hadlar, but like this is like the one that's they're fighting for. You know, like they're alone. They don't have Avant to help them.
No,
You know, so
exactly.
so like they're like okay, this is like the first real fight that we have to think for ourselves. And I thought that it was really good. The pacing was good because it started calm and funny and happy, and then they saw the fake group hero, the party, and it was really good. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. And I have to address something for you and me, Felipe,
Hmm.
because we've read the manga. So
Sure.
I have the feeling that since the beginning, we kind of went easy on Pop, because we know, you and I, how he's gonna become. So I think
Hmm.
we gave him a little pass in the beginning of the series. But let's be honest, you and me, he was kind of a dick
Yeah,
since the beginning of this series. A little lazy, a little coward,
sure,
and not like we know from the beginning that Dai is an honorable man. He wants to fight to free his friend, to protect everyone. But with
sure.
Pop, we never knew his true motivation. We knew he's a student of Avon, but why did he choose to go with Avon and everything?
That is
And
true.
and I love how this episode begin, especially with Pop. And that's why these two episodes for me are among the best so far,
Hmm.
because we get to finally see what Pop is about and what his motivation are. So I love that scene in the hotel room with Mom and Pop. Basically, Dai is just running out of the hotel like the hero he is, not thinking about anything, just rushing to save
Hmm.
the king, to protect the king.
Yeah,
And you have Mom and Pop in the hotel room saying, like, hey, we should go after him. And Pop is just like, yeah, no, you know what? He's good by himself. He doesn't need our help. We are not ready for that. We are not
yeah,
strong enough to attack Crocodile. Basically, he's scared and he doesn't want to go fight. And like we finally see like the true face of Pop from the beginning. This is who Pop is from episode one to there. Uh, and I kind of agree with Mom. Like I would have punched that little fucker in the
yeah,
face
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
And that scene was really really good. I did not praise this show so far for the writing per se,
Hmm.
or the dialogue or anything. But this episode and the next one will have a wonderful,
Oh
wonderful
yes,
dialogue. But
absolutely.
this one with Mom, the way like they animated her with the tears not really coming
Hmm.
out, just like both angry and sad and not understanding like why Pop is like that. Especially like she keeps saying to him like, you're a student of Avon,
Hmm.
why are you not going into that fight?
True.
uh and this is basically the last we're gonna see of Pop this episode. uh so Mom is gonna go help Die fighting. They're gonna be both a little bit over their head. But yeah, I wanna hear your impression on like let's come back to Pop and Mom and Die and that dynamic and what does it do? What does it do for you? That specific scene and the fact that we basically leave Pop behind to be cowardly hiding
Yeah.
in his room.
I mean, it's like we know like from the first time that we saw Pop that he just take the fights that he knows that he can win.
Yeah.
So like when he fought those two gargoyles, he knew that he was capable of winning them because he was way stronger than those enemies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh yeah, sure, of course, I can handle this.
Yeah.
But at the moment that he's not sure or that the enemy is too strong for him, he's like, hey, you know what? I mean, I like to play easy. I don't like to play hard or medium.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was a
So
beautiful phrase when you say like, "Why would we fight Crocodile? He's way harder than us." Yeah,
yeah.
that was really nice. Please continue.
No, yeah. So it's more like so I just want to battle the battles that I know that I can win, can win, so I can win, and so that's Pop
Yeah,
until now. And Mom, when she sees that, she was like terrified because that's not what Avan taught to her or taught Dai or even Pop, because he would fight the enemies not just because he knew that he was strong, but that was the right thing to do.
yeah, and the other thing, like you just said, like she's not believing. Like he understood the teaching of Avan. Another part of him that really bothers me in that scene is like Mom is saying like, "But Dai is your friend. Don't won't you go help him?"
Hmm.
And he kind of dismiss it, and that was for me like the breaking point. Like if I knew nothing about Pup in the like in the manga
Yeah.
or
He would be a
anything.
dick.
Oh yeah, I would have been so angry at him right now.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's like, yeah, no, you know what? Dai can take care of himself. He's strong enough. I don't. He don't need my help. And
Hmm.
that is so selfish. That is really
Yes.
like. I think that's the better word to describe Pup. I don't think coward he's more selfish. He thinks
Hmm.
he thinks of him. He don't want to put himself into danger. He doesn't have yet that sense of camaraderie or friendship for the other enough to throw himself in danger to
Yeah.
save them.
Hmm.
So we go back to the fight. We have Dai and Mom fighting Crocodile, and kind of at the beginning of the fight, kind of winning a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, when we arrive in the castle, Crocodile is fighting the King Soldier. He's gonna beat some of them. He's gonna try to attack the king directly. Dai's gonna arrive, protect him. I like that shot where Dai's in front of the king, and you see like two
Yeah.
soldier backing him off. That was really really nice. Like I
Hmm.
love to see that already that kingdom, because of what Dai did previously.
Hmm.
Already like the king and the soldiers of the kingdom know him, and he's like, oh, Dai has arrived, let's go back him up. I really liked
Yeah, yeah.
that like all scene of like, okay, we have the setup. We are kind of in a throne room. The king is on one side with Dai. We got Crocodile on the other side, and we have Mom arriving not long after. Uh, but of course, Zibuya. I always forget his name.
I think
The
it's Zabu, Zab.
Zabu, yeah, Zabue, something like that. It's like
Yeah.
OEA at the end. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
so I'm gonna call him Zabu. Okay, Zabu is
Okay.
is good for everybody. Zabu. So Zabu has, like we know, always a little trick in his sleeve, and this week his trick is he went to the island. We saw it in a previous episode,
Hmm.
and he captured Grandpa in a cylinder that we also
Hmm.
saw in previous episodes. So I love that thing that like they keep
The references.
yeah, exactly. They keep introducing element, and we gotta pay off a little bit later for that. It's
Sure.
really really cool.
Hmm.
So of course, Grandpa Crocodile take the cylinder, throw it in the air, and Grandpa arrive. And of course, he is under the influence of the Dark Lord. So right away, he's gonna attack Dai and Mom, and basically almost gonna win the fight by himself
True.
against Dai and Mom, which is really really nice. And Zabu is gonna take another cheap shot at this fight and have his little eye minion capture Mom. Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
and basically that's the episode. It's really quick. We got like a few shot between Dai and Crocodile. Like the battle is like pretty square, pretty even.
Yeah.
But it's really like the cheap trick of having Grandpa here that bring like the demise of her hero for this episode.
Yeah, and I don't even think that Grandpa, if he was just only enemy that he didn't have a background with Dai, he
Yes,
would be like a easy enemy to win.
yes,
And
yes,
but because of all the feelings, and of course it's totally understandable, and also because Dai is a child for all that matters. I think
yes.
he's only 10 years old.
Hmm.
So it's like I mean, the grandpa is grandpa, but he's the figure of a father
Yes,
to die. That's the truth. And he was like, hey, that's my father, that's my grandpa. But it's on the we know that it was more like a father. It's more like a father-son relationship to
yes.
them.
I
And
took. Oh, sorry. Go. Keep going.
no, and because of that, he couldn't fight. He lost his cool now, right? So he was like, I can't fight this. I can't fight like this. I can't get serious like this. And one thing that we forgot to mention before is that how Dai he just spent 3 days training, and
Yes.
he already learned to spell that fireball,
Yeah,
and
I totally forgot that one. Yeah.
Even Crocodile was like, hey, just 3 days and he got good like that.
He's a
Shit,
monster.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if we give him time, he's gonna become very powerful. So we have to
sure.
stop him. Yes, I totally agree with you. And what you brought, this is exactly what I was about to go say. It's like we said it. The episode began. It's very joyful. Everybody's playing, singing. Everything is fine. Everything is joyful, and we get to that point and it gets very emotional. Like you said,
Hmm.
mom is like, okay, we gotta fight, and Dai is like, no, you don't understand, that guy raised me, he's my father, he's grandpa.
Yeah,
And it's so emotional, and again, like the dialogue are very very good, I think, in this episode, with
true.
mom kind of trying to convince Dai to fight, and Dai
Hmm.
explaining like, no, I cannot go full on because
Hmm.
I don't want to hurt him.
Sure.
And yeah, it's very nice. I love that scene, like you mentioned, with the fireball. I totally forgot it before you brought it up, but yeah, basically Dai is just coming in and he's like, yeah, I got a new trick, and just charge that
Sure.
fireball, and everybody is like, what the fuck, the guy is not supposed to be able to do magic. um,
Hmm.
so yeah, all that is nice, and I liked the pacing of the episode. I think everything was good. The happy beginning, the conversation between Mon and Pop, and then the beginning of the fight, all the way to bring us to the moment where Grandpa arrived and Mom is taking hostage,
Sure.
uh, which bring us to episode 8, starting right off the bat. We have I think it starts with Pop. No, it starts with we continue a little bit the fight.
Yeah.
We get to the point where Dai is trying to fight Crocodile, and basically just get beaten because Crocodile is using like cheap tricks and his magic axe and
Hmm.
everything, and you got Grandpa throwing spell at Dai. So Dai find himself basically unconscious, and Mom is just here strangling to get free of that thing.
Hmm.
And we have Pop in the hotel, kind of like trying to convince himself he's doing the right thing. His friend doesn't need him. Why would
Yeah.
you go? Why would you go and fight against somebody that is this powerful, and blah blah blah
Hmm.
blah blah blah. And then you have, coming out of the room, you have the basically the mage of the fake group
Hmm.
coming out of the room, hands full of treasure and gold and money that he probably stole,
Sure.
and they comes face to face. Uh, and Pop, I think, is trying like to teach him something, like to reprimand him on taking the gold and
Yeah.
everything. And basically, the guy is taking no shit. He's like, who the fuck are you to talk like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're basically a coward like me,
Sure.
hiding in here while your friend are fighting.
Hmm.
So they're gonna sit together. Basically, the old man's gonna come into Pop's room. He's gonna sit at the table, and he's gonna tell a little bit of his story. Basically, that he was himself a mage in training, trying to do good in this world, and basically he was or not good enough or not motivated enough, which brought him basically dishonored for his master or something like that, and
Hmm.
he ended up basically as like a battle rages, and instead of fighting with everybody else, he just ran, and he ran off all his life because of that event. uh, and like he's gonna explain to Pop, and this is the dialogue. I think the writing was really really good. The subtitle were really really nice.
Yes.
And he's gonna basically tell Pop, like, what you're doing right now is what I did 20 years ago, and if you keep thinking the way you're thinking, if you keep justifying your cowardice by like they don't need me, they are powerful enough, they can take care
Yeah.
of themselves, they don't need me, blah blah blah. You're basically gonna tell yourself that all your life, and in 20 years you're gonna be like me, rejected and not proud of yourself, and just like stealing petty money just to go by. And like Pop is gonna remember what Dai taught him, what Mom is saying. He's gonna
Hmm.
remember Avon and everybody else around, and his medallion's gonna glow with his renewed courage. And that scene broke me. It's like I said, if I didn't know the manga and from the beginning I was watching Pop, I would have said like, what a fucking dick. And this is like the redemption for this
True.
character. Like this is the breaking point where Pop is gonna be like that. He's gonna be like Mom. He's gonna be the hero. He's gonna be part of this team. And yeah, just marvelous scene. It was amazing. Yes. So go on. Go on.
No,
I've said my piece. Go on,
no, it's
Felipe.
okay. No, I totally agree with you. It's just like that scene, just Pop seeing like his future self.
Yes.
Like if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna be just like him. And the guy he says like, hey, if you want to, you can join our party. Like you have skills, and we don't take like hard enemies. Like so we always safe, so we always get money, so we can live like until we die of age like that, and that's totally okay. But your friend is there, like it means nothing to you. Like you can do nothing, you can be with us, but that's the future that basically that's the future that you're gonna make. So it's like I remember it being more dramatic when I saw the first time on the first anime and also on the manga, but it was like really good. I really like it
Yes.
because it's like just like you said, like it's a make or break for Pop,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, uh, until now, Pop was just a coward, just like we were talking before.
Yes.
Like, hey, I just will go into battles that I know that I can win. So like he's like, okay, now so now like if I'm afraid, I'm gonna fight with my fear. So it's more like that. So hey, I have to do something because I have to not only survive by myself, but I have to make sure that my I can help my friends to
Mm-hmm.
survive too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we said, like he's a little bit of a coward, but he's mostly selfish. And
Yeah.
what I think the old man teach him is that if you are selfish, even if you are surrounded by a companion like he is
Hmm.
with his little band of mischief,
Hmm.
you kind of feel alone all your life. Even if you have somebody surrounded
Hmm.
you, you never develop true relationship. And I think that the fear of that for Pop brought the courage to go and do the right thing. And when we are talking about the right thing, this is amazing. So basically, we cut back to the fight. The fight hasn't moved in a way. Like, I don't know, Pop has been talking for 15 minutes, but everybody was
Yeah.
standing still like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Everyone was waiting for him.
yeah, exactly. Everybody was waiting for him. So we go back to the fight. We got Mom struggling,
Yeah.
dies on the floor. We got Zabu talking to Crocodile, telling him like, "Oh, the victory is at hand. Go kill
Hmm.
Die. You're gonna be a hero for the Dark Army and blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah." Basically boosting a Crocodile pride, false
Hmm.
pride, because it's gonna be important. Crocodile is a fighter. He has the fighter honor. Basically, he want to fight and win by his own power
Hmm.
against a strong enemy. This is his pride. And right now, he kind of turned his back on that. He accepted the aid of Zabu.
Sure.
He's using cheap trick to defeat his enemy. So
Hmm.
right now, Crocodile is not proud of himself. And basically, what I love about these two episodes is that we have both Pop coming out of his selfishness and regaining, like the word pride's gonna come back a lot in that last
Sure.
half of the episode.
Hmm.
But basically, Pop has regained his pride, he has regained his courage, and he's
Hmm.
gonna attack. And on the other side of the episode, of these two episodes, you have Crocodile, who had pride, who lost it, or turned his back on it to win against Die. So we have these two characters with kind of opposite but similar arc
Hmm.
that's gonna come clash together in the final part. So, like I said, the fight is standing still, and we have the heroic shot. Boom! The door
Yeah.
open, and we just have Pop standing all pride, all tall in the door,
Hmm.
and the fight can continue. Basically, Zabu and Crocodile are like, yeah, what are you doing here, you little piece of shit?
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
and Pop is gonna show us, sorry, once again that he may be selfish, but he's still a student of Avon and a powerful wizard.
That's true.
So he's gonna do not the regular fireball. He's gonna do like the maximum power fireball right away
Hmm.
against Crocodile, thinking he can outsmart him. And it's gonna be amazing. It's really well animated. The fireball was really nice, and we have some very beautiful shot like behind Pop's shoulder with Crocodile like burning in the background.
Yes.
The like that final fight was beautiful. Was really well animated. They made we praised the show
Hmm.
earlier for that 3D camera. I
Hmm.
think this one, especially like in a smaller room with columns and everything, they were really smart with the way they moved the camera around those pillars and
Yeah.
around the different character. It was really nice. But of course, Crocodile uses hacks with the magical power to deflect the sword, not the sword, the fireball.
Yes.
So Pup is taking a little bit aback. He doesn't know. Again, he's kind of coming back to his fear, not knowing what to do. Like he's
Hmm.
really in front of a powerful adversary, and he doesn't know how to act. And Crocodile's gonna say something like, "You should not be here. You don't have nor the courage of Die or the strength of Avon."
Hmm.
And that's gonna make another click in Pop's mind. Basically, he's gonna calm down a little bit. He's gonna analyze the situation. He's seeing what the problem is in
Hmm.
the room. He sees Grandpa, he sees Crocodile, and he sees Dies on the floor, and he understand right away. Oh shit, Die cannot fight if Grandpa is stuck here in
Hmm.
this position.
True.
So, like I said, something's gonna click in his head when Crocodile is talking about Dai and Avan, and basically Pop is gonna try his own Avan slash or something like that, and just go with his wand and
Hmm.
try to smash Crocodile. I love that scene. First of all, I totally forgot about that
Okay.
because
I, I, I
it's in the manga, but I totally forgot about that little trick of Pop. I found it so
mhm.
clever, but
Yeah.
it took me by surprise. Like totally, I was watching, and I was like just like analyzing the show, and all of a sudden I was like, what the hell just happened? Like what are you doing, Pop? Uh, and of course, it was a kind of a distraction of sort.
That's true.
Basically, Crocodile just gonna take Pop, put it on the floor, stay down, kid. You're out of your league because
True.
Crocodile basically is gonna say that mage are just regular human with magic power, that their
That's true.
body is not strong enough
Hmm.
for a regular fight.
Yeah.
And Pop's gonna move a little bit around, but in the end, Crocodile's gonna put him on the floor. Uh, but Pop, we said it, has a trick in his sleeve for once, and he's gonna
Hmm.
start to pitch nut or snap little rocks
Yeah.
towards Grandpa, and we're kind of wondering what he's doing. And I love during that scene, you have kind of Crocodile bursting, like keep trying to bring down Pop's morale, like really
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
him like, man, you don't have to do this. You like a little bit like the old mage was saying, like if you want to quit, quit. That nobody will care. Nobody
Hmm.
will think anything of you. You can just leave and come with us. And Crocodile is kind of saying the same thing, but at the same time, Crocodile is kind of saying it to himself
That's
because
true.
Pop is returning Crocodile comments saying like, no, this is not having pride. Having pride is this and this and that.
Hmm.
It's helping your friend, especially when they are in danger and when you are certain to lose. This is where you need to fight. Like Pop is coming in, and his words are also striking something in Crocodile mind. Like Crocodile is starting to remember, like
Who he was.
what, yeah, who he was and why he fight.
Hmm.
So finally, Pup is throwing the little rocks, and he's gonna finish this beautiful scene again with like a homage to Avan, saying basically, I may not be as powerful as Avan, but
Hmm.
I know his spell, and he's gonna cast the clearing spell
Hmm.
that Avan did on the whole island. Pop is gonna cast it on Grandpa, which is amazing. Like I said, I didn't remember that part from the manga,
Okay.
so all this took me by surprise. That when he went and smashes one, two, like even when he start doing his pitch nut, like chewing the rocks,
Hmm.
and Crocodile is laughing, I kind of had the same sentiment as Crocodile. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, did he take at first I was like, will he grab the stone and try to send
Hmm.
spell with it or anything? But no, he was just throwing them away, and I did not understand why. And when he pops the spell, I was like, oh, okay, that's why. So yeah, so that whole exchange was really really nice for me. We're gonna come to the end of the episode in a moment, but yes, like I said, the duality of Crocodile and Pop, both of them mirroring each other, and both of them coming to the conclusion, like to their own conclusion of what it is to be a warrior, what it is to
Yeah.
be a hero, and what it is to be to have your own pride and not letting exterior exterior bad
Yeah.
shit coming and bring you out of who you really are.
Yeah. For me, this episode was like I think so far is well, I think that yeah so far is the best episode when we were talking about dialogues
Oh yeah,
between
definitely. Oh yeah, yeah.
the characters because that scene when the moment that Pop arrives at the scene and until the end it's just like full of amazing dialogue
Yeah.
between Pop, between Crocodile, between Die after, and but like when they're talking about like Crocodile and Pop, there were a lot of emotions between them.
Mm-hmm.
Like and Pop was like suffering a lot.
Yes.
Every I think that in this battle, every battle that before that he dodged it before he suffered there because he got a lot of he got beaten a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just like you said, like the body of the mage is just like a human body,
Yeah.
and they're gonna suffer a lot because of that. So
I
that was really really good.
I love one sentence by Pop. Basically, Crocodile just gave him like two good punch. He's on the
Hmm.
floor, and basically he's saying like, "Wow, Dai is taking like a lot of these punches, and he's able to fight. I gotta do better." Like that. That was really really nice. Like,
Yeah,
and he just get up, and I think that was right before he goes and smash the
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that sentence was really nice, and I agree with you. It was so well written, so well built. The pacing was good too. It wasn't
yes,
just like, oh, I send you a quote, you send me a quote. No, they were talking a little bit, fighting a little bit, talking a little bit, fighting a little
yeah.
bit,
I,
and everything was dynamic and coming very naturally. Like nothing
yeah,
seems forced into the scene, and I loved it.
yeah, And I think that the voice actor of Pop, he did amazingly well
Yeah,
because you could I could feel the pain that Pop was feeling.
yeah,
Like every time that Crocodile was stomping him, he was like really feeling that stomp, like he was breaking his bones inside him.
yeah. Oh yeah,
And it
you
was
can hear the groan and the
yeah,
like the like he was talking with like kind of a half a breath. Like
yeah,
it was really nice. It was incredible. It's
yeah.
hard for us, like people who speak in English or French or whatever, to really understand the nuance in the emotion of a
Hmm.
Japanese speaker.
True.
But like you said, I think in this one, the actor went kind of beyond what was
Yeah,
good and showed
yeah, yeah,
us like all these different emotion.
yeah.
Even like these moment of when he was talking with the old man and his voice is kind of breaking a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to say something. It's yeah, like this episode was my favorite one
Yeah, for
so
me too.
far. I think like I think this episode would not work without the seven, and the seven
Hmm.
would not work as well without the eight. I
That is
think
true.
these two episodes complement
Hmm.
each other very, very well.
Yeah.
And we're coming at the end, basically, after Pop liberated Grandpa, he's trying to call to Die, but Die is kind of a little bit out of it. Um, and basically, sorry,
Gummy Chan.
uh, yeah,
And then
Gnome,
Gummy Chan appears.
yeah, Gnome Chen is coming, but before Gnome Chen is coming, basically Crocodile uh, kind of a little bit on the back step
Hmm.
or like out of balance a little bit, uh, and Zabu in his ear like just telling lies and stuff like that. Gonna
Hmm.
break a little bit his last piece of pride. Like he's gonna go and
True.
try to attack. Um, does he attack Pop or does he attack? Yeah, no, he attack. I
No,
think he
yeah,
goes for Pop,
yes, exactly.
and you have Gnome Chan realizing the danger, trying to
Hmm.
wake up Die, and finally just start crying like to because he's trying so much to wake up
Yeah.
Die that end up crying. And we have, of course, Gnome Chan is a very very magical creature. So his tears are gonna bring Die a little bit back to life, and of course
Hmm.
the crest gonna bring him really fully on just before Crocodile attacked Pop, and Die Crocodile gonna talk a little bit. And basically Die is gonna continue the dialogue that Pop started about the pride and
Hmm.
what is it to like fight fairly and fight
Hmm.
for the right reason. And he's gonna attack Crocodile. Crocodile's gonna prepare like his ultra beefy attack of a punch,
Hmm.
and Dai is gonna prepare himself to defend. But instead of defending, Pop is encouraging Dai to use Avan's final attack, basically.
Yeah.
And this is what Dai is gonna do. And this is the 3D part that I really, really enjoyed. Basically, at the moment where Pop is kind of screaming to Die, use Havan's power, the
Hmm.
camera is coming out of a column passing behind Crocodile and just rushing to Die. And that just that little movement was so fluid, so
Yes, it was
dynamic.
really good.
And you have just Die in the classic pose with
Hmm.
the sword behind him. And it's a long sword, so it's not just his knife. So we
Hmm.
gonna see we have a kind of a teaser of what Die is gonna look like when he's gonna have his full sword.
Hmm.
But yeah, long sword, Havan position, and we have just the clash of the two magic, and basically Crocodile is gonna be defeated, and her heroes gonna talk with each other. Crocodile finally understand what he gave up by accepting Zabu's deal and
True.
attacking Dai with false pretense and cheap trick and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And we're gonna have just another beautiful, beautiful scene of Crocodile keep talking, keep like basically understanding the power of die,
Hmm.
and backing up and backing up and backing up, and we don't like we see he's going to the hole in the wall. We don't know exactly what he's doing, uh, but finally, after this exchange, he's just gonna let go down the tower, screaming with all his lung,
Sure.
and his army gonna see him fall the tower, screaming, and basically everybody go out. The
Yeah.
army is going out. The city, Crocodile is taken by his bird, and the army of darkness has been defeated.
Hmm.
Um, and it's another powerful scene that took me by surprise, in the sense that like it's such a beautiful payoff for both character. It's a beautiful payoff for Pop, coming out of his shell, finally
Hmm.
coming in and being the hero for his friend, and
Hmm.
Crocodile understanding the mistake of that he did, and we're gonna see later on in the story how that payoff. But yes, it was a beautiful scene. Just him slowly walking back, almost like dying, and just let it go. And he knows that if he scream, his army will see it, and if
Hmm.
his army see him die, they're gonna run off. So I think,
They're gonna retreat.
yeah, exactly, and it was nice because Crocodile could have just stay there,
True.
and fall down, but by going to the wall, he gave the victory to the hero.
Yeah.
I find it just amazing, beautiful writing,
Uh,
beautiful animation, and the ending of this episode was mind blowing.
no, yeah, it was really good. It was just like two samurais facing each other, just the last one slash,
Yeah.
by one of them.
Yes.
So that was like really really good.
Yeah, that head to head between Dai and Crocodile was really really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was nice because Crocodile he saw he was like, hey, I did wrong, like I threw away my pride and it wasn't worth it
No,
because I shouldn't have done that. And he basically says, hey, I'm glad that you won because you didn't throw away your pride just like I did to try to win
yeah,
this battle.
exactly. Yes, I love that quote. He's saying like, I lost, but losing to someone like you give me hope,
Yeah,
or bring me
yeah,
joy.
yeah.
It's really nice. Like I love Crocodile. Like it's funny because I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Hmm.
and there is this like every time I see like especially in this episode, Crocodile is basically a Viking.
Hmm.
Where fighting with
True.
honor and dying with during a fight will bring you honor.
Hmm.
So I really really like that about
Yeah,
him, and yeah, just I hope it's gonna stay like that for the
yeah.
rest of the season. So basically, I think this was episode 8.
Hmm.
Do you know how many episodes we're supposed to have during the season?
I don't know, but I hope it's a lot because the history, the story of the manga is like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
it's
definitely.
it's long,
But I think the season is gonna probably be 10 or 13 episode around that.
probably. Yeah.
So I hope, like, for no spoiler alert, but for a specific character that we both love that is
Hmm.
coming in the near future, I hope the writing will be as good as it was
Oh yeah,
for both Pop and Crocodile in the
yeah,
past 2 weeks. It
yeah.
was
I hope
just,
so too.
yeah, like this show just became for me like really really good. Like it was good from the beginning, and now
Hmm.
we are like one step over with these 2 episodes, and I hope they're gonna stay on that level until the end and better. I think
Yeah, I hope.
as the story grow up.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Any final thought, my friend?
Sorry.
Any final thought on the show?
Um, Well, no, it's just like everything that you said, that I totally agree, and I just hope that they just keep they just keep the at least the same level. I mean, they can go higher, of course, but so far it's really good for me too, because just like we talk about all the time, not this in this one, but we talk about how they respect our time. They do a
Yes.
really good pacing, so that's really good. I hope they keep like that.
Yeah, they definitely have kept it. The pacing was just
Yeah,
amazing in the last few episodes. Everything went fast, and yet everything was well explained and well
yeah,
animated,
true.
and you feel for those characters
Hmm.
in those scenes. So Felipe, as usual, thank you very much for being
Thank you.
part of it. And everybody on the other side of the screen, if you like what we do, please follow and subscribe on YouTube. Look for the Geek Ride. If you want to follow me on Twitter at SoShoink and Felipe at Macedo Felipe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Ciao, guys.
Ciao.